Welcome to the session on calm and serenity, an introduction to mindfulness class. All right. And so when we were doing the pre-registration for today's session, we asked you what comes to mind when you hear the word calm, and we made a word cloud out of it. Okay, and this is what came up. All right. So let me know and type in. Okay, so feel free to log out and then log back in po, just in case the audio is not that clear. So pwede po tayong yeah. So feel free to log in po, just in case. All right. So this is what came up. So a lot, no? Yung pinakamalaking word, yun yung mas nabanggit. Okay, so peace came up a lot. Okay. Nature, relax, serenity, breathing, being. So I'm seeing also in the chat, Teresa shared peace and relax, right? And so it's also a way for us to really tap into that. Okay? Tapping into that peace already within us. So just to give you an overview of today's session, we're going to explore internal peace and calm, and we'll be exploring how we can also share this with others. And so we will be tapping into ABCs today. And so if you're ready to explore this, kindly type in ABC in the chat box. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fantastic. So I'm seeing a lot of ABCs in the chat so that it's easy for us to remember. Of course, we want to tap into our ABCs. And A is to arrive with awareness, to make that intentional choice to pause. And so I invite you now to take a moment to tap on your shoulder and say, "Hey, self, I'm proud of you. Thank you for showing up today and thank you for being here." Okay. And so it's that intentional choice to be here and to learn and to relearn and rediscover different ways that we can tap into peace. And this is what's interesting, okay, with the practice of mindfulness. Sometimes we don't know that, that's what we're doing already. Or one way or another, you've tried these techniques already before. We may just not notice it, right? And so it's like walking through, okay, crossing the street, being thankful for the past, for where we've been, being hopeful of the future, choosing to focus and become aware of what's in the here and now of that present moment. We become aware of our environment, right? We look left, we look right, okay? And we also move forward and become aware of each step. And so, what is mindfulness and how is this defined? So, according to John Kabat-Zinn, who is the proponent rather of stress reduction, no, mindfulness-based stress reduction, he shares that mindfulness is the awareness that arises through paying attention. Okay? So we allocate our energy and our attention to what's going on in the present moment, non-judgmentally, okay, in order to understand ourselves better and gain a sense of wisdom. And so, who among you here, maybe some of you could relate to this, no? Wherein we're going through our day to day, and then we had some of our oops moments, no? So our oops moments would be the times when maybe we feel oops moments include, no, those times when we maybe made a mistake, or maybe we forgot something, okay? Or there's something that's going on that raises concern. Okay. And what happens here would be it repeats in our mind. No? It goes on a loop and repeats in our mind. Okay. And so we call this phenomenon the negativity bias. And some of you would agree to this, right? So if you agree that it's natural to have oops moments as humans, kindly type in oops in the chat. Okay. Right. So yes, 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 that's what we call our oops moments, right? And so today we're gonna train the brain to see how can we proactively and compassionately deal with these oops moments, okay? Because the reality is we would replay that in our mind, no? We would sometimes even blame ourselves and say, sayang, dapat kasi, no, I was aware of that, or I should have done this. Okay? And so I'll be sharing this short video on the phenomenon of the two arrows. So let's watch this and see how can we, deal with those situations in a kinder and healthier manner.
You know when something bad happens, then you blame yourself? That's two arrows. Let me explain. The first arrow represents a negative experience, like tripping and dropping your tray on the lunchroom floor. This pain caused by the first arrow happens to everyone throughout life. No one is perfect. However, if you react super negatively to the bad experience, becoming upset or angry, blaming or complaining, you set off the suffering of the second arrow. But the pain of the second arrow can be a choice. While you can't control your circumstances, you can choose how you will react and choose not to react in a way that continues the hurt from the first arrow. So the next time something stressful happens, remember not to shoot the second arrow, and instead, change to chill.
So credits to Alina Health for that video. So if you're ready to explore different ways to change the chill today, kindly type in chill in the chat box. All right. So I saw this also in one of your responses, no? We asked in the pre-registration, what are different ways that you cope with the holiday rush? No? So some would say, oh, I don't participate in it, right? And so perfectly, no, that's also one way to allow ourselves also to be observers, diba? Society will tell us, hey, you have to do this, you have to do that. Lots of sales going on, right? But there are different ways that we can show our love, show our appreciation to each other. And I think one of the ways would be just really extending, no, that we can remember them, that they're in our thoughts, no, a simple greeting goes a long way as well. That genuine kamusta, right, goes a long way. And so what are some of those basic human needs that we can tap into? Okay. First is really that need to be seen. Okay. And it's not just to literally, no, na nakikita natin yung isa't isa, but really, it boils down also to that idea of, hey, I see you and you matter. And it doesn't have to come from other people. No? One of the homeworks that I'd like to give you would be a mirror exercise. And there are guided ones by, let me just recall the name. Louise Hay. Okay. So you can look Louise Hay up on YouTube as well. So she has guided meditations on what we call mirror exercise. And these are heavily also going to reinforce that idea and that experience of being seen by nobody but you. Okay. So basic human needs don't just include clothing, shelter, and food. So it's not just our physiological needs, but really part of it would be our need to be seen. Okay. Next, so can we type that in the chat or maybe say it aloud? No, I see you. Okay. I see you. That goes a long, long way. You can do this before or after you brush your teeth because definitely no, that's something that is already a habit for us, brushing our teeth. So if you want to make that a more consistent habit, if we can follow or borrow from James Clear, no, Atomic Habits, connecting new habits that we want to form with existing ones. And so if you want to affirm yourself each day that I see you, then you can also do that alongside no, your brushing of teeth. Next would be to be heard. Okay, and this goes also when we're going through, right? And we're going through challenging times. Challenging times. Yeah. When we're going through challenging times, right? We want to tap into that experience of asking each other, do you need someone to listen? Okay. And do you need some advice, right? Asking. Or do you need both? Okay. So can we type in the chat? I hear you. It's important to be able to have that reminder that we are worthy of being heard, no? That we are worthy to voice out what we wish to voice out and our opinions, no? We are entitled to these. Okay. All right. And so we also have this capacity and this need to be heard. How about this one, no? That basic human need to be valued, no? For someone to tell you, I love you, no? And I'm so proud of you. So can we take a moment to type that in the chat? I'm proud of you. Okay. And I hope we practice this, no? So type in practice in the chat if you already practice saying, I'm proud of you to yourself, right? Even before someone else tells you this, right? I'm proud of you. And sometimes these words are all that we want to hear. And especially this Christmas season, it might be a different experience for some of us. We might be celebrating it differently. We might have loved ones who are dear to us who might not be physically celebrating it with us, right? And so I hope we recall those moments with them and we cherish and we continue to create wonderful memories with people around us. And I couldn't stress this enough, right? That we cannot take our moments with them for granted because the reality of life is that, right? It's important that we also recognize, right? While we keep calm and we keep serene, when we practice mindfulness, it also entails being open to the reality that life is a season that we go through, but it's not forever, right? And so, how can we really make the most out of it? And so, can we type in, um, yes, yes. So thank you for sharing, right? So for some of us, we may have relatives who are not feeling well, right, and who are bedridden, and so these words really help a lot, right? And especially if you are also one of those who are caring for them, no, being their primary caregivers as well, or being able to visit them, right? Even if sometimes we might not be sure if they can hear us, if they can actually right, if they're also and it's hard, no, it's challenging to see them in that situation as well, but do know that they appreciate your presence and your effort and that it goes a long way. Okay. And it's really remembering to share these words to them as well as to yourself as well. Okay? And we also have this, no? The human need to be supported. For someone to say, I believe in you and I believe in you, right? Like, you can do some wordplay. Okay? And so, who among you here, and this is a safe space, okay? So type in here, see if you find it a challenge, no, to receive support from others. Sino dito sa inyo yung sanay na kayo yung yung nagsusuporta sa iba. So who among you here are the carers, 'di ba? C for carers as well. Okay? So do know that, and I see you, and some of you, yeah. So who among you here naman, type in CH if you find it challenging to be the one to receive it, 'di ba? So shout out to the carers in the room. So C or CH, right? And sometimes it feels easier to be the one to reach out, no, and to be of help, right? But today, my challenge for you also moving forward, and if I may share also, no, this year, 2024, the intention that I set is for it to be a year of receiving. Okay? So this is what we call intention setting. And now that we're tapping into welcoming a new year, I invite you also to explore this, no? Not just opening up to New Year's resolutions. We also want to tap into intention setting. Okay, so we intend to blank. So for example, this year, 2024, I intended it to be a year of receiving. Okay. So whenever I feel hesitant to receive help or support, instead of saying, kaya ko na yan, I also allow, no? So, can you type in allow if you wanna be open to also give others the gift, no, of the chance to love and support you, to also care for you. I know it's not natural for us, especially if you identify or associate yourself as a carer, right? But we wanna tap into that sense of allowing. Na pwede. Can we type it also in the chat? I think it's powerful also to type it in Filipino, right? So let's say, pwede akong magpa-suporta. Okay? So type that in the chat. Pwede akong magpasuporta. Okay? So we allow ourselves to be supported because that's a natural human need. Okay? And so when we tap into calm and serenity, we also want to give ourselves that space and permission to receive help. And this is the perspective that we don't usually see. Okay? It might not be a natural case for us. See also that others benefit from being able to support you. Okay? So let's not take away that chance from them, no? That chance to be able to be there for you. Right? So it's not a matter of reciprocity, no? Hindi naman that we're expecting them to do the same or that they're expecting us to do the same, right? Yes, no? So we also have here, yes, you can also be choosy for that, no? So Leah shares, pwede akong magpasuporta pero sa mga taong buong puso ang pagtulong, right? So matatansya natin yan, no? So we want to be able to be in that space of supporting each other genuinely. 'Di ba? Ayaw naman natin yung, ay, kasi may kapalit na hinihingi pa. So one of our participants also shared, no? So sabi din ni Curl, especially that I admit of having a very strong personality and a very independent character, right? Shout out to those of you who associate yourselves also having that strong personality, right? And embracing that. And so it's also once in a while, no, giving ourselves permission to be open to this. No? Hindi naman kailangan palagi. Diba? Still being true to our personality, but also at the same time, becoming open. All right? So that's letter A. If you're ready to go for letter B, kindly type in breathe in the chat. Breathe and be. So some of you also shared being as part of our practice. Okay? So I've seen some of you also share with us earlier, maybe in the registration, no? Being to breathe is part really of our journey towards calm and serenity. Okay? So the breath is such a powerful tool, and it's something that I personally am biased on because it's something that we bring with us wherever we go, whether we like it or not. Okay. We breathe. Okay. And so the breath is also something that's free. It's something that we share across the globe. Okay. So no matter where we're from, we can do this and breathe and we can slow down the breath. And so let's hop right into one of our breathing exercises today, which is called equal parts breathing. For some of you who have also joined us previously in some of our Vermont series, right? You've tried this already, so let's revisit it today. And I invite you to also have what we call a beginner's mind. So for most of us, this is not the first time that we do this type of breathing technique. And so I'll invite you to wear your beginner's mind hat as if it's your first time to do this. So let's go ahead and roll our shoulders forward, upward, and back. Forward, upward, and back. One more. Forward, upward, and back. Reversing that. Backward, upward, forward. Backward, upward, forward. One more. Backward, upward, forward. Leaning the head over to one side, gentle side neck stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, opposite side for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly back to center. All right. Now, we give ourselves this chance to keep our eyes open, slightly closed, or closing your eyes altogether. So it's up to you if you wish to keep your eyes open or closed. Now, placing your hands on your lap, palms facing up if you feel that you need more energy, palms facing down if you'd like to connect to that sense of calmness, groundedness. We're going to breathe in and breathe out through the nose for 4 counts each. Let's try it together. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Quick pause. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, allowing the air to pass through the nostrils, slowly filling up the lungs, maybe even the belly area. Slowly exhaling, allowing air to go back to your environment. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in. As you take in air, imagine that you're taking in lightness and ease, welcoming peace and serenity. And as you exhale, notice and observe how you could just maybe put down or let go of things that might not be serving us well right now. Breathing in, 2, 3, and 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Doing great. Breathing in and breathing out. Doing wonderful, everyone. Now, we're gonna tap into that awareness of how did that experience go for you. Okay. So share with us your observations. Okay. So how did it go? Tapping into the breath. Okay. So share your observations with us in the chat. How did the experience of zoning in and focusing on the breath go for you today? So for some of you, you mentioned that it calms the mind, right? Makes me relax. Okay. Find peace, clearing the nose as well, no? Feeling it loosen, feeling calm, made you sleepy, right? Makes you relax and at peace. So clears the mind, relaxing. So a number of you also feel sleepy. So yes, when the body yawns, okay, it's a way for us to also signify that we're being relaxed. Okay. So slowing down the breath and doing this. So maybe some of us find it challenging to sleep. Type in Z's in the chat if there are times that you find it challenging to fall asleep. Maybe you're tired, it's a long day, but when we're about to sleep, no, parang dun pumapasok yung ating thoughts, no? So yes, some of you found it relaxing and less stress, clearing the mind. All right, so you are not alone. You can also try out these exercises. Okay. We also have these on our YouTube channel, no? Some of the breathing techniques. So my invitation for you is also to feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel over here. So plugging, no? Plugging our YouTube channel. So we will be uploading also the recording of this webinar there. So go ahead and click on that link and click on subscribe. Okay. So we're gonna deepen this breath work. Okay. How can we deepen and allow ourselves to calm down, wind down, especially when we want to sleep better? So let's go ahead and give each other a high five. So we call this a give me five breath. This is also something or a way for us to introduce mindfulness to younger kids. If you have your own nephews, nieces, no, mga pamangkin ninyo, your own children, okay? If you have younger cousins, younger siblings, okay, you can try this. So give me five, and we're gonna trace our hand, okay? We're gonna trace our fingers as you trace up, inhale, as you trace down, exhale. Let's try it together. Breathing in as you trace up, breathing out, trace down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Doing great, everybody. Shake, 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 shake the hands. All right, doing wonderful, everyone. And so now we're gonna tap into alternate nostril breathing. Please skip this just in case you feel that you have allergies or colds today. Okay. You can just go for your slow and steady breathing. But we're going to use our thumb and our ring finger or fourth finger. And we're going to alternately breathe in through one nostril at a time. All right, so we're gonna try this. Let's see. So we're gonna cover one nostril. very gently. So when I was starting to do this, no, I was doing it a little bit intensely. So just very lightly, enough for us to cover the passageway of the air. So inhale through the open one, cover the one that was open, switch sides, exhale. Breathe in first, cover and swap, exhale. Inhale, cover and swap, exhale. Breathe in, cover and swap, exhale. Inhale, cover and swap, exhale. Inhale, cover and swap, exhale. Letting go of the nose this time. Breathing in through both nostrils. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Doing great, everybody. Now, share with us your observations this time after our alternate nostril breathing. So, observe how it feels to breathe in again through both nostrils after focusing on one nostril at a time. So, let us know, how did that experience go for you? Freeing, feeling relaxed. So, we call this also, the formal name for it is called Nadi Shodhana, and the English translation is alternate nostril breathing. Okay. So it's powerful because we are able to tap into both sides of the brain. Okay. We're able to activate the left and the right side of the brain. All right. So sa nose, not only free breathing, but if too, up to the tummy, no? Sometimes we feel it to our tummy. All right. So with that, feeling free and relaxed. Great, great. So now we're also going to allow ourselves to add on a layer to our experience. Okay. So we're going to listen to our breath. So we're going to use our palms to cover our ears. So if you're wearing earphones or a headset, remove it for a bit, and we're going to listen to the sound of our breath. Let's try it. Covering our ears. Inhale, round one. Exhale. Round two, breathe in. Breathe out. Round three, inhale. And exhale. Slowly and gently opening your eyes if they were closed. All right. And this time, try to let us know, how would you describe the sound of your breath? If you were to describe the sound of your breath, how would you say it sounds like? Right? It's noisy, you can hear it, diba? Relaxing and comforting for some of us. Okay? So let us know. Okay. So a number of us also shared how it's focusing on the self, like being underwater. Right? It's like when we're swimming. Also may sound like the breeze of the sea, and it's something that we can find comforting. And so right now we're tapping into centering and continuing. staying curious and viewing things as they are. Okay. So I will be sharing this video that illustrates to us also the difference of, okay, so for a moment, let me just pull it out. Okay. So I'm going to be sharing with you a video on consistency and motivation. So if you're familiar with the movie, rather the story on the turtle and the rabbit, okay? So who wins the race, right? So in life, we need a mix of not just motivation, but also that consistency. All right. And so when we try to stay centered and if we want to continue, right, then we gotta stay curious. Okay. Good day po. So type it in the chat. Center, centered. If you're open to explore different ways that we can feel more centered, feel more grounded, right? So we can widen our perspective through the attitude of gratitude. Okay. And so there are no shortcuts. No, before we tap into our gratitude practice, first let us know in the chat, how are you feeling today? Okay? Because we are allowed to feel our feelings, right? So we're feeling happy. Are we feeling unsure sometimes? Right? So feeling grateful, feeling great, feeling lazy, having a headache but calm. So I hope you feel better soon, feeling excited, feeling blessed, feeling grateful. All right. So all of these are valid. Some of us may be feeling anxious, feeling tired but calm, feeling grateful. Okay? So we welcome all of these experiences. There's no right or wrong response. And the first step is to feel our feelings and to recognize them. Okay? And so now that we know that we're feeling excited, feeling tired, feeling alone, feeling grateful, what can we do next? Okay? So it may also sometimes be extending some me time. Sometimes it would be reaching out to a friend. Okay? Some of us would like to explore, right? Some would be feeling tired, tired but calm. Okay. And so we're gonna try to get ourselves into what we call the brain gym practice. Yeah, so feeling good, happy and healed, cold and flu were hard experiences, right? So it's flu season also these days. So gentle reminder to stay hydrated and as well as to also make sure we have enough sleep and rest. Okay. So especially when we feel tired, right, we can also tap into this. So I honor each and every one of you for being here, for giving yourselves permission to rest and recharge. And so we're going to tap into what we call bilateral stimulation techniques. Okay, basically, we're going to do different symbols for each hand. So one hand would be bunny ears or the peace sign, and the other hand would be the Nike symbol or a check mark. Okay, and we're gonna switch that up slowly but surely. So if you're game for this, kindly type in G in the chat. So let's hop right in. Okay, peace sign on one hand, check mark on the other, and switch. All right, so switching slowly and bit by bit, switch and swap and swap and swap. Doing great, everybody. And swap and swap. All right. So we call this bilateral stimulation techniques. And sometimes when we do this, it won't be the correct way right away. Okay? Sometimes sasama yung ibang daliri, no? And that's perfectly fine. As long as you give yourself permission, okay, to do it again. Yes, it's okay to be slow at this. Take your time. So I'm able to do this at this speed because it's become muscle memory already. But I invite you to do it bit by bit, slowly and surely. Okay. So what are some of your observations with this exercise? Mm-hmm. So it's nice to allow yourself to change your attention to what is helping your brain, right? So masama yung ibang fingers, 'di ba? Perfectly natural. That happens to me still, no? Challenging, fun and challenging, challenging. Okay. So we can get creative as well, no? With some riddles. So once in a while, it's important to give ourselves permission to have fun along the way. Okay? Right. So let me just pull out some of our quick riddles. So I'll invite you to share your guesses and your responses in the chat, okay? So some of the riddles are this. No? So anong isda ang mahilig sa karate? So some of us nag-focus sa daliri at nakalimutan yung problema, di ba? Even for that instance, we give ourselves permission no, to focus on one thing. And for a moment, no, we clear our minds. So if you have guesses for this, no, anong isda ang mahilig sa karate? So we're having our riddles. Yes, we have here, correct. Tilap. Yeah. Di ba? Tilap. Yeah. Okay, so in life, whenever we are faced with challenges, let's remember to be ready and say, tilap. Yeah. Okay. How about this one? Anong tinapay ang masiyahin? O baka yung iba sa inyo, ito ba ang inyong almusal today? Di ba? So, anong tinapay ang masiyahin? Tan-tan-nan. That's correct, no? We have our pandesal. How about this one? So, saan daw lumiliko ang spaceship? Saan lumiliko ang spaceship? Yes. Oops, sorry about that. Dun, 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 dun. Saturn. Yes. How about this one? Anong tawag sa patatas na nanggugulat? Ano kaya yung patatas na nanggugulat? Yes, it's surprise! How about this one? Last for the day, anong computer ang tumatawa? Yes, ito po ay laptop. O, diba? Ha, ha, ha. And so I hope we allow ourselves to infuse some humor into our lives. Okay? Now let's tap into gratitude journaling. So go ahead and list down 3 things that you're grateful for today, and we'll invite you to share it in this Padlet. Okay. So I'll be sharing the Padlet in a while, but feel free to scan the QR code, and I'll be inviting you to share with us what some of your wins are. Kung challenging po puntahan yung Padlet, pwede nyo rin po i-share yung responses ninyo in the chat. Okay? So share with us your wins, what you're proud of, okay? And what brings you joy. Okay? So I'll share the Padlet and some music. And I'll give you a few moments here. So let's go ahead and read each other's responses. So we have here grateful. Oh, gumagalaw lang no. Grateful for being alive and having good friends, good health for your loved ones and yourself. Grateful for people that appreciate you. To have a great rest day after a tiring weekend. Grateful. So we read this already. Grateful to. Let's look for the 1 minute one. Yeah. Grateful for waking up today. Had a hearty breakfast and being able to attend this webinar, overcome the fear of trying, and to win the cultural writing contest of your school after 4 years, right? And so I hope we give ourselves permission to try, no? So type in courage to try in the chat. So yes, health, good mind, strong body, right? New learnings today. Grateful for being able to breathe and for all you know, right? It's automatic for us to inhale, exhale, and stay calm. Grateful for all the blessings this 2024. Grateful for the blessings that you don't think you deserve, right? Sometimes, and it's natural for us to feel this. And my invitation for you also is to be open, no? To be open, to receive, no? Especially when we feel that we don't deserve it. We are able also, no, to allow ourselves to practice that openness. So we also have here, grateful for the simple things in life. Where did that go? Okay. Grateful for the simple things in life and family, right? Grateful for being alive and being blessed. Grateful for your husband, your in-laws, and your life. Grateful for your boyfriend's love and effort to make you feel happy and safe. Okay. Having finishing a week full of lessons and having me time this weekend, right? Grateful for life, family, friends, health, sweet boy fee. Yes, shout out to your partners as well, to those who support you, and also your group of friends and family. No, for work, money, the dogs, cats, for the chance to travel, accomplishments, blessings you're receiving, and for Christmas gifts. Grateful for God who always brings back Him, no? And we also have here the blessings you receive this month for every day life that God has given you and your family. I love this GIF, no? And this precisely is what happens when we're feeling grateful, no? With every beat of our heart, we are able to experience that this gratitude expands. Right? Grateful for good relationships, for being alive, for healing your trauma. Right? Right. Thank you for sharing. Now we also have here in the chat, grateful for still surviving, courage to try, for winning, no? And being able to know, right? And being able to know that you are victorious, proud of yourself, know that you are joyful and you are awake. Yes, courage to try, diba? Being open to this, being thankful as well to God, no, for love and guidance. Feeling blessed to have a new day to be thankful. So yes po, the attendance will be given rather at the end of the session. So share ko po yung link in a while. Grateful to be still surviving and to be loved, no, by people around us. Wonderful. So thank you for your openness to share. Okay. So other techniques would be the tapping exercises. So let's hop on to our side of the hand or what we call karate chop. Okay. So we call this EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Okay, EFT. So the EFT technique allows us to tap into the different meridian points of the brain, of the body. Okay. So we're gonna tap using our fingertips, tap the side of the hand, and there's a script to this. Now we're gonna say, even though I'm feeling blank. So for example, even though I'm feeling confused, even though I'm feeling tired, right now, right here, I am safe. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. Next would be under the eyes. Okay, under the eyes like this, even though I'm feeling blank, okay, right here, right now, I know that I'm supported. So even though I'm feeling exhausted or I'm feeling tired, right here, right now, I am okay. I am safe. Okay. Next would be under the nose like this. Even though I'm feeling blank, right here, right now, I'm okay. And next would be here by the collar area. Tap, 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 tap like this. Even though I'm feeling, okay, I'm feeling alone or I'm feeling happy, right here, right now, I am safe. All right. So we call these our tapping techniques EFT. Okay. Now, other self-regulation techniques include humming. So let's try out saying while holding on to this side of the ear, where we can feel the vibration more. So let's say it together. Mm, 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 Doing great. Now, next would be the sound. So it's like copying a snake. So remembering to breathe along the way. So these are some self-regulation techniques. Next would be parang may waves, no? Na rumaragasa or it's like waterfalls. So let's say it together. Next would be the sound. So it's like copying bamboo, swaying, and you can also sway along. Doing great. Doing great. Now, we also have the sound. Okay, so it's like copying Darth Vader. So you can even combine it with bringing your shoulders towards your ears. And as you exhale, say ha. I inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Ha. Sighing it out. Doing great, doing great. So what are some of your observations after doing these, no? So we can also tap into our stretches. So go ahead and lift up one hand and bend over to one side. Okay. For 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Opposite side. For 3, 2, and 1. Now hold on to your chair or as if placing your palms to face the back. Okay. Copying this movement. This is our back bend for 3, 2, and 1. Next would be this. Hands up and reaching back for 3, 2, and 1. Doing great. Now, you can keep your knees stretched or legs bent, stretched rather like this. And we're gonna bend down forward. You don't have to touch the toes, no? Just reaching forward for 3, 2, and 1. So some of your shares would be being able to release stress, feeling relaxed and enjoying it, feeling relaxed and calm, and feeling relaxed and motivated to do our next tasks. Okay. So some of the movements also include Tai Chi movements like this, no, moving around and moving with the breath. Okay. So another shortcut to feeling good and staying centered is to do something good for someone else. And it can be listening fully, volunteering in your own capacity, and preparing someone's favorite drink or meal. Right? And so at this point, dear TM, let's remember what matters most. And I will be sharing in the chat box our link that will help you receive also the certificate for attending today's session. All right. And so thank you for attending today. And we'd like to open the floor for questions. So there's a maximum of 60 people who will receive the certificate today. And so just in case, no, you might be receiving it in the next few days, if not today. So let's remember to make it visible. Okay, what we want to remember. Thank you for sharing the gift of your presence today. So remember ABC. Okay. A for arriving in the present moment, B for breathe and be, and C is to stay centered and to keep calm.
What other
As
people
we
think
go
about
through
you?
life, let's remember this as well.
What other people think about you is none of your business. You have no control over what people say, do, and think about you. Love yourself for who you are.
Thank you, team. All right. And this has been our session today. Till next time, and we look forward to seeing you again in future sessions.